Hi guys, it's Mangatama here, and today we're doing another very fun video and also a pretty highly requested video. So this video will be about how I track my manga. And to be fairly honest, right now my system for tracking manga is so messy and not the most ideal way. So I thought in this video I'll show you guys how I go from my current planning to my most ideal type of tracking, and you guys will come along for that. And then we'll update it together because I realized I actually haven't updated my tracker in several months, which really defeats the purpose of tracking your manga if you're not actually tracking your manga. So I thought we would update it and also change the formatting, add some more information and delete information that we don't need. And then at the very end, I'll show you guys how the new system works, and I'll also share a template with you guys for you to use as well if you guys are interested in doing it the same way that I do. But also I wanted to point out that there are so many different ways of tracking your manga that this is not the only way to do it. So whatever fits your way, but in this video we'll go through what I like to do and how you guys can also do the same if you want. But before we get started, I wanted to thank our sponsor for this video today, Anker. So I've been using Anker products for the past few years. So today I wanted to show you guys my setup as of late when working on mangatama content, watching Netflix and YouTube at home using Anker's new M1 hubs. So I have two that I want to share today, with the first one being the compact and multifunctional Anker 541 USB-C hub 6-in-1. This hub is extremely tiny and sleek, yet so powerful. It supports data transfer speeds of up to 5 gigabits per second, powerful charging, and HDMI resolution of up to 4K, which as you can see here, I literally connected my iPad to this huge TV right here with absolutely crisp imaging. So this little thing has all the ports you need, with the HDMI port, multifunctional USB-C for charging and data transfer, USB-A data, SD and micro SD card slots, and even a headphone jack. So the next one is basically 541's older brother, the 551 USB-C hub 8-in-1 iPad stand. This is the ultimate multitasking hub and is the world's first USB-C hub that's also a sturdy foldable stand designed for M1 iPads. There are 8 powerful ports in this one: USB-C power delivery input port, a 4K HDMI port like our last one, 2 USB-A data ports, a 3.5mm aux port, and micro SD and SD card slots. So this hub literally converts your iPad into a powerhouse. I even started using my iPad for things I normally use my laptop for, since it was so easy to just plug my iPad into this hub and get everything I needed. So if you're looking for docking stations or hubs for your Apple M1 devices, these Anker hubs, the 541 and the 555, with the 541 being applicable to any angle and more convenient to use in multiple scenarios, are exceptional and have unrivaled performance that will definitely meet your needs. So thank you so much, Anker, and let's continue on with the video. Alright guys, so we're now back on the manga collection tracker updating grind. And so the first thing that I did was make a new copy of my manga collection tracker just so I could keep track of what the old one looked like. And so for the new one, my first course of action was to sort these titles. In the past, the way I listed these titles were chronologically based on when I received a new series, but that is a sucky method for me personally. And so here I'm basically first dividing all my series into their languages. So my English volumes, Chinese volumes, and Japanese volumes, I'm separating all of those in kind of an inefficient manner here, but I basically do get it done. And so I ended up doing a bit of work off screen just because it was taking a really long time to figure out how I wanted to do this, but I added a new column to the left here called status, and I really enjoyed making these all colorful. And my sister, if you can see her little icon moving there, that's her helping me out with this. So while I was doing this, I had a photo actually of my collection, because I'm away from home right now, and I was just comparing and just making sure all of these series were up to date. So I will let you guys watch peacefully without my voice for a little bit more, and then after all of this, I'll go through final changes and what the final tracker looks like. Alright guys, I just finished making a new manga tracker and basically just updating everything in my collection, and so this is completely up to date. So this is my old one right here, and you can see it's just really messy and there's a bunch of other tabs that were really unnecessary. But here is my updated and new manga collection tracker sheet, and let's go through this together. So I'll explain what I've done. So first off, the first column that I have here is the status column. And so I made a drop-down menu using data validation. Definitely feel free to add more categories or change these up according to what you think you need for your collection. And so this status is actually the collecting status. So not the status of the series itself. What that means is, say, for example, A Sign of Affection is still ongoing. Ajin is now completed, but for these, I'm still in the process of collecting it. So that's why this status is just based off of my want for the series and not the actual status of the series itself. So for the status, I have done, which means I'm done collecting this series, whether it means the series is finished or I'm just done. That's what that means. And then the second one is collecting, which means I'm in the process of collecting and I intend on continuing to collect this series. And then the third option is on hold. And these are series that I'm not too sure if I want to continue collecting, but I haven't given up hope yet. And they're just there until I make a decision. And then the last one is dropped. So dropped is where I just don't intend on continuing collecting a series, either because a series is out of print, it ended up being unfinished, or just I just don't like it anymore. And so those are my 4 categories. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible, and I did not want more than like 5 of these because that might make it a little bit confusing to sort. And so that's the status column. The second column, very standard, the title. And so just all the titles are there. And then the next up is volumes. And so I know people do this in different ways. Some people have percentages, a fraction or proportion of volumes that they've collected, but I chose to do it one by one. So I listed out all the volumes that I basically have for that series. So I basically list out all of the volumes, numbers, and then this is where it gets a little bit confusing, and then I'll actually write that down in the key right here. This green means that this series is finished, so the actual series is completed. And then the yellow means it's an ongoing series. And when it says ongoing, most of the time it means that the English publication is ongoing. So even though a series may be finished publishing in Japan, it might not be finished publishing in English. And so that's why I have ongoing here. And that can get a little bit confusing. So it's definitely up to you how you want to, organize. Here I just have all the series and all the volumes. So all the colored volumes are volumes that I own. And the colors just mean, is this series finished or is this series still ongoing? From an overview, it really helps to kind of visualize. So for example, if I go down to 50%, just taking a look at, the series that I have that are completed versus the series that I have are ongoing. And as you can see here, like Haikyuu, very scattered, Hunter x Hunter, also very scattered. And it's just really helpful to kind of see from a bird's eye level what's going on. And so I decided to actually separate my different languages of volumes. So I have my English one here, and it's pretty simple. The second one is the Japanese series, and the only difference that I have from this tab to the English one is that I have another column with the English title. And next I have the Chinese tab, and so here you can see all of these. And I just realized there's something that I did not do yet, but I did not sort these yet by alphabetical, which I have done in the English and Japanese columns. And so how I do that really quick is just I go to view more cell actions, sort range, sort by the English title, A to Z, and there we go. But yeah, this is my updated manga collecting tracker, and I really like how simple it is now, and I will be sure to update every so often. And I think the biggest reason for me personally to keep track of my manga, just so I don't buy duplicate volumes, because that's happened to me a couple times already, just because I haven't been keeping my tracker up to date. So that is something that I'm going to do. And before we end this video, just in case you guys wanted to also follow a similar format and try it out for yourself, I have created a copy. And so it's called Mangatama's Manga Tracker. And this is the template. So I'll put this link in the description below. So you won't be able to edit the file directly, but please make a copy using this file, make a copy, and you can rename it, and this will be in your personal folder to edit. And yeah, just customize it to your heart's content. But yeah, so this is how I track my manga. And if you guys have any other questions, definitely feel free to leave questions down below, and I'll definitely try to get to them. And hope you guys found this a little bit helpful and can use even just a bit of this for inspiration if you guys are looking for, a method to track your manga. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely feel free to use this template right here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!